Well, taking a look at what she's going to be up against in this Ole Miss lineup, I mean, I think you circle Lexi Brady, one of the seniors on this team, the power that she's brought to the plate. Leading things off, Taylor Malvin and the chopper over the head of the second baseman, Tyler Ellison. Overall tied for 9th currently in the SEC, and Jaden Pone trying to move her over.
And talking to Tony Baldwin, head coach at Georgia, he said one thing: when this arm is on, she is untouchable.
And a check swing there, and lines out to Williams.
Senior, 2 lefties, they're very similar. And I think that was an interesting perspective to hear Tony Baldwin talk about, was the fact that these 2 arms, they're 2 lefties who've seen a lot of innings for this staff, have to start differentiating themselves.
This one, towering fly ball going foul down the left field line.
Your identity, what you're good at throughout the season.
And that one batted down by the shortstop, and Binford is going to be saved by the bobble of Emily Digby at short. And so
Yamas.
That one gets a piece of her, and she's going to go to first base after the hit by pitch. So that's going to quickly load the bases. And now the pitch. And Weekly hits that one over to third base. The force out at second, but a run does score. Again, one of the 3 freshmen you'll see.
Heard her say this quote multiple times. When it comes to Pickens, how she is in one thing is how she is in everything. It is how she lives her life. Nutrition, weight room. She said when the team goes get ice cream.
Away with the win in that Florida series as a run walks home for Ole Miss. That one collected by Digby, and that's going to end the inning, but not before it's the Rebels able to manufacture. Well, Dallas Goodnight certainly can do so with her speed.
And Natujo, she's such a table setter, a triple threat at the plate, really dynamic.
Let's see how they respond here as a diving Ryan Starr can't get to it, and a leadoff base hit for Tyler Ellison. 331 batting average for the senior. And Goodnight draws the walk, so first 2 batters aboard for the Bulldogs as they threatened here with Lindy Ray Davis.
Mentioned the 159 strikeouts. She doesn't give up many free passes. Davis knows she has to protect it, right? Especially early in this ball game, the first inning, both of these arms trying to just understand where the strike zone is. What can I get away with? How can I clip the corners here, shave the edges? Offense trying to understand the strike zone as well.
And the walk to load the bases. And Jaden Goodwin is coming up to the plate, so both teams having their opportunities here. Best of her team as well. And that one gets a piece of her.
I don't know that she was happy about that. To fall into your sequence and your rhythm, that can be a challenge. You've got to be able to pivot, especially early in this ball game, the first inning.
And leaves that rise ball up there. It's popped up in the infield. Digby pokes that one in the right field. And it's going to bring home another run. So the RBI sac fly for Digby, and we're tied at 2-all.
Georgia Peaches. It's got to be a lot. Too easy.
It is too easy. But you know what? If it sticks and it works, you just go with it, you know? Driven into left field. And out number 3 collected by Jaden Pone, but not before UGA evens things up at 2-all in the top of the second.
Does the Easter Bunny do anything special for your boys? Do they come visit the boys?
No, but we watched Peter Rabbit.
Oh, I
The
love
movie?
it. I love it.
This one softly hit, well fielded by the
Ooh.
pitcher, Randy Rolling.
She's got an entirely new coaching staff. This one between the wickets of Rolling. Multi-hit games through SEC play.
And that one lined into the glove of Goodnight in center field. They tried to double up Malvin, but she slides back inside.
I mean, even that swing, right? Results in an out, but
She and Lexi Brady tied for team lead in RBI, and that one golfed into center field. And Goodnight is there. Folks not behind the stands just because of the work that was being done as Mua Williams gets into that one. Say bye-bye, baby. It's out of here.
you and I knew that off the bat, and I do believe Mua Williams knew it as well. That one hopped the indoor.
Around to score a run. Foul back and onto the shed. Pitch. Swung on 2-1. Grounder handled by Mackenzie Pickens. That's
Tony Baldwin even admitted it as well. She's a freak athlete. Just loves to train, loves to work.
and there tries to lay down the bunt, but she is retired. Does her job though, advancing the runner 60 feet closer to home. The 1-2, and Davis right back up the middle and drives in a run. So a 4-2 ball game here, but the 2-out base hit by Lindy Ray Davis. Now
They've challenged quite a few series in the SEC, taking one of those from Tennessee. They had a 9-0 win against the Vols. Ended up not taking the series, but
the 2-1 to Gordon. This one popped up. Does it remain in play? No, just over.
been talking about it as talent, play-by-play across the nation. This year is up for grabs. This season is up for grabs. It's been Oklahoma for the last 4 years pretty handedly. I don't know that that's the case this season.
Tough SEC conference, and that one is laced over the head. Misplayed by Lansdale in center field, and Sarah Gordon brings home 2 runs, extending the lead, and then after the throw, she advances to third.
Of Gordon, 2 RBIs, heads up on the base paths. She sees just quietly does her job, handles her business, and then all of a sudden you look up and there's no hits on the board. She's just so calm and collected in the circle.
She looks to get 1 out to get out of the inning. Anywhere they put her, she's had success, and she puts that one in the right place in the outfield and drives in another run. And you are money, but you're also groove theory to me. All right, Miller takes that ball high for ball 3, 2/3 inning.
Well, Marissa Miller, who's standing in the box right now, is who Tony Baldwin identified as kind of the unsung hero. Doesn't get enough credit for what she does at the plate and behind the plate.
But sometimes you just have to play it out. And, you know, you've got to sell it.
Hey,
Did you ever sell it?
You know, I think there is a salesmanship a little bit to this game. I think you're onto something.
And Mua Williams makes great contact once again. And Oppo Gapper to the G. And an RBI double for Mua Williams. So what an inning she's having here.
So much patience. Sees 2 changeups, one looking, fouled one off, and then takes the curveball away. Doesn't overswing. That is veteran hitting right there.
We have seen a tight strike zone, but very consistent from Susan Eads. Smack foul and out of play in Florida. Ranked opponents as that one passed the glove of Tyler Ellison at second base, and so now the base is loaded after. And Lansdale makes contact into center field, deep, and it's out! A grand slam for Lansdale, or correction.
But there was zero sense of urgency from Goodnight in center field.
And there appears to be some confusion. Jamie Traxel coming out onto the field.
A spectator, and then came back into play. Call on the field's being changed to a home run scores.
Oh, wow. The Land Shark comes into home plate, and a great challenge by Jamie Traxel after review. The senior out of Valley Springs, California, who's been a four-year dependable player, and lifts this one high into left field. And multiple conferences have come along. We've seen it at the Women's College World Series as well. Nice grab by the fan right in front of us. And on the other side of the break is Taylor Malvin now with 3 singles on the day, and she's done her job in the leadoff spot. The way this Georgia group battled with Auburn last weekend, and battling here against Ole Miss, they hang tight to a 2-run lead. We'll talk to the Bulldogs head coach. Take game 1. Tyler Ellison lifts this one into the air in the shallow center field, and the second baseman Pickens gets number 1.
Works on her speed virtually every single day.
And good job swinging away, opposite field base hit rather, with 2 strikes. And Dallas Goodnight is aboard safely. And does so. Brady's tested, but Goodnight is in safely. 23rd stolen base.
Fresh inning to start.
And the speed again of Goodnight is that one.
I mean, she never even hesitated.
The lefty who sends this one.
Especially for these Power 5 programs.
Going up and getting that one was Percy Yamas, and I mean, she went high in the zone.
Nice catch, center field.
And a home run, and things are even at 8 apiece. So you blink your eyes, and after a quick start, Ole Miss and Lexi Brady meets that power. Good jump by Dallas Goodnight. Gets a beat on the ball in the outfield, and 1 away.
I mean, I'm just like looking at the ground that Dallas Goodnight can cover in the outfield. She has got to be one of the better, if not. Really haven't seen any change of pace from Destin Howard.
So the walk to Mackenzie Pickens and the all gas, no brakes. Walked in a run as well. And Lansdale struck out looking. With 2 of their own, and then had that 8-2 lead until the Rebels came roaring back. Patience at the plate.
I'll tell you, if I'm coming off the bench right now for Ole Miss, I'm going to be patient at the plate. The amount of walks just tonight.
Instead, the grounder over to Ellison and gets the force out at second base. So a couple runners. Ole Miss rallied their way back in this one. Pitching has been one of the main storylines. It was a concern coming in. How would each team limit Digby over to first base, handled by Yamas. And doesn't get all the pub that she deserves, but there. What a great grab in the outfield by Jaden Pone, diving out and timing it perfectly.
You live for these superwoman moments. Timed it just perfectly. Why change? Yeah,
don't fix it.
That's it.
And gets Mua Williams to ground out, and a 1-2-3 inning for Lopez. Thanks to that off speed. Here, top 5. Rachel Gibson comes in, provides a slightly different look. We saw a lot of heat thrown from Destin Howard. And into the outfield, the base hit by Aaliyah Binford. And after the throw, heads up base running.
Been the bane of both of these teams' existence this evening. Truly, it has been the tiny miscues, the inability to take care of the strike zone in the circle.
Swung on by Yamas. The throw over to first, not clean. And so Yamas beats it out. And again, bases loaded here for Ole Miss with no outs.
But man, quick pressure here from Ole Miss, and Rachel Gibson hasn't even had the ability just to settle in and establish her stuff.
Tough position indeed, and Lexi Brady
against Yamas. She's got an even slower pitch. She's got an off spirit, a true changeup in the 40s.
And Lexi Brady gets a hold of that one. It's out of here. Second grand salami of this game for the Ole Miss Rebels. This time coming off the bat of Lexi Brady, their home run leader. Georgia has an 8-2 lead as this one smacked into center field, and that's the first out of the inning, collected by Dallas Goodnight. Pickens retired. But an 8-2 lead for Georgia after 2. And now the 2-2 to DeLeon. And it's fouled back and out of play. That's such an accurate description of Rachel Gibson coming into this game, inheriting base runners, trying to get out the inning. It's like, can I breathe for a second?
It's leadership and knows how to play under pressure, has all the tools in the tool belt, mixes speed so incredibly well, but just hasn't even had the chance to really set herself up to show it off.
Full count, and Esther White with a leadoff walk here in the bottom of the 5th. I'm curious to know your thoughts on what you think gives the Sooners potentially an inside track on potentially repeating for a 5th time.
Yeah. Well, 2025, they're knocking on the door of a 2.5 ERA. I mean, their arms have been hit hard. The long ball played a major part against their...
Speaking of the long ball, how about Tyler Ellison getting a hold of that one and the light show inside the jack after that 2-run blast. Her 8th home run of the season. And a great swing there from Tyler Ellison. And you said it, Aaron. The offense has certainly been there for Georgia. And Goodnight with the opposite field base hit. Sweet piece of hitting there from Dallas Goodnight to get aboard safely. And Goodnight does decide to take off, and she got her. The big matchup there, and Lexi Brady, who was anticipating, ready for it, and guns down.
Was salivating at an opportunity to face off against this practice over and over and over.
Lifted into left field, and Goodwin flies out, and 2 away. Here's Sarah Gordon, first pitch swinging as well. They did.
I grew up on this album.
One shot, Eminem. Hey, look, Ella Trout's coming in, the freshman, with her shot to try to shut down Ole Miss and keep them off the board any further.
If my dad is watching, he is grinning ear to ear because we used to listen to this album together.
Full and messy, 18 hits,
Yeah.
18 walks.
That tells the story.
23 runs, backhand made, and then in and out of the glove of Esther White. And so we've seen Taylor Malvin, the leadoff hitter for Ole Miss, get aboard safely each. Jaden Pone lays down the sacrifice bunt.
For anyone, that's impressive, but specifically a freshman.
Loud out into left field, and that ends the inning. So a 3-run ball game. Jordan,
Tell me where. Help me out here.
and the walk to Miller. So back-to-back walks to lead. And Williams sends this one into left field, deep into the warning track, and Pone is underneath it. For the junior out of McDonough with an 0-2 count, and she strikes out. Benford with a fist pump afterward. A couple of runners left on base, and it's.
But to your point, facing a tough bat of Lexi Brady. Brady had that grand slam back in the 5th inning.
That one's sharp.
That Ole Miss has gathered have come around to score.
A woman of your word.
A woman of my
Appreciate
word.
that, Aaron. This one down the first base line, and the play made. Nearly grabbed by Mua Williams. It goes out of her glove. And they're going to say Ferguson is safe at second. And exactly what you said, textbook execution. And Jaden Pone with the chopper. Mua Williams tries to handle it. It pops out of the glove. And once more, bases remain loaded, but another run pushed across. Credited to Jaden Pone, and then the hot shot through the legs of Emily Digby goes all the way to the wall, and a bases clearing double. And the grounder handled by Tyler Ellison, and 2 away. Ole Miss and Georgia. And the runs keep on coming. Lexi Brady with. And so Trout gets the little roller over to shortstop. Pickens is retired, and we move to the bottom half of the inning. Georgia coming up to bat. Right back at you to the pitcher in the circle, and what a throw from Benford. She guns it over the first.
She is such an athlete. It's a hot shot. All 4 of them.
Good nab there by Pickens. And
Benford steps in. First batter she faces, she walks. And right now appears to have a pretty solid 7th inning.
and first pitch swing in this one into the opposite field, and the home run over the left field wall for Jaden Goodwin. Benford With 1 out to go, the pitch to Sarah Gordon, and Gordon keeps this game going deep into the 5-6 hole.
Score.
And caught looking to end the ball game, and that does it. A resounding win in game 1 for Ole Miss, their largest comeback under Jamie Traxel. That 6-run deficit they erased, 20-11 in favor of Ole Miss. For Aaron Miller, I'm Tiffany Green. Now let's send you over to Texas A&M versus Arkansas with Lowell Galindo.